out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
At the 26-yard line. 22!
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. A big run there by Freeman. 48 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's got Smith here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Russell Gage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Back two, Mike back two, Mike back two.
To throw again, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Newton on 1st down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike three.
Gun.
Over.
That's what I do.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And that's caught. It's Hogan. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Alert three. Quick dash. Go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey! Great, great! Hayward. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go.
To throw is Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch QB drop. Kill. Gun. Kill. Turn up. Mike 3. Hey. Mike 3. What we got? We got. 0-0.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Come on, QB. 8. 3. Mike 3.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
It's 2nd and inches at the Falcons' 43-yard line.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now Newton on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gun. Check 26. Hey, alert 3. Hey! No. Express!
Again, McCaffrey. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Back to you. Switch.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking deep downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Out. 20. Kill.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8. Watch twist. Hey, watch it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch the safety creep. Shoot. Watch safety creep.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That's it. 180. Check 52 to Mike. They can't hang with us. Out. 8.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Gun. 8. Watch twist.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10
Go,
at
go.
the 16-yard line.
Double dog, double zip. Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo, combo, combo. No chance.
From the red zone now, Newton. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Check 3, check 20. Safe. Express. Motion me out. Here we go.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Got it.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Great. Echo. Mike 52. Right here. New Mike 52.
From the 50, Newton. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, that big score all started with Cam being forced from the pocket, but when he's outside the pocket, it doesn't really bother him.
And part of that is the word you use, big, right? He bought extra time by moving outside of the pocket, which means receivers can get downfield farther, and Cam's got more than enough arm to find them, and we end up with a big play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Freeman again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now a run with McCaffrey. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 16. Ryan. Jones has it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
20. Hey, box truck.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Great.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, here we go. Hey! SOS.
Throwing here, Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
20. Check 31. Check 31. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check.
Newton now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Watch the whip. Kill.
Here's Newton. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Rush in. 20. Check 23. 25. Gun. Check 25. Tighten up.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here's Michael Pilardi now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Let's go, D.
One last shot for Ryan. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Carolina, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Posse, and Dave win. Still here, still time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate